everyone. I'm Dottie Stitching Scotty, and this is one of my Scotty Striker. Welcome to our Flosstube number 219. Today is Tuesday, May the 20th, 2025. We're going to talk all about retreats today because I've been to a retreat and they've been on a spa vacation for the dogs. And here's Winston. He's just in it for the treats. Let's see, we can't get those ears up today either, bless him. He's just a happy boy, but not when he has to do videos. So we'll get started as soon as I give him a treat. Oh goodness. We're back and ready to talk about all the retreat things. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone and thank you so much for stopping by to view my video, especially the one about Welcome Stitchery's retreat. Justine and Shelley and her staff are just fantastic. And Teresa Kogut and Chantelle were there also as the featured designers. Excuse me. The video is in Minnesota, in Blue Earth, Minnesota, which is a good little way from Minneapolis. But it's beautiful up there, but very windy when we were there. But if you've stopped by to hear about it, let's get started. You've already seen some pictures, and I hope you'll like and subscribe to my video. But I want to thank you, Justine and Shelley, and all the staff, and Teresa and Chantelle, for the great patterns, the finishing materials, the instruction that you gave. It was just wonderful. I want to thank Justine and her staff for all the planning that they did and the hard work. And the farmer's daughter for the delicious food, and Justine for thinking of them because the food was delicious. Okay, so first of all, when we got there, there was a gentleman playing the piano, and it was very festive. He played some great songs, and we got our name tag. And so nobody knows me by Dorothy, so I put Dottie on the other side and hung this around my neck, but that was the name I gave her, so that was the name that Justine used, and I think that was good. And we got this pink plaid bag. It's a big one, and in it we also got a pattern, and it's got the Welcome Stitchery design, which I'm just going to flash up there real quick. We got some project journals, some pages, and it shows the dates you worked on it. So that's nice. Then we got some needles. We got the white eye was a pony needle, the silver eye was Peacemakers, and the gold eye was Edmar, and they're size 26. Now, if you'll notice, I have two white-eyed needles. I traded my Peacemakers for a pony needle because pony needles are my favorite. And then, I don't think this was in the bag, but I put a lot of things in the bag, and we got this nice thread bed. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if I just got this as a table gift, and if I did, I'm so sorry, and I apologize to whoever gave it to me because I can't remember. Everything was just whoosh, 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 every which way. So I do apologize for that, but I love my goodies, so thank you very much. Then we got table gifts, and if you don't want to see this part of the video, which most people do ask me to show though, because they like ideas for table gifts, you know, unique things, because after a while you only have so many needle threaders and, you know, floss rings and things like that, so or scissors. So anyway, I got some cross stitch project cards and details. And so you open these up, which I should have already opened them up. Well, here we go. Right when I get ready to turn the video off and try to fix it, sorry about that, it comes. Okay, and it's different cards, and it's got a floss tracker, pattern name, all the good things. And she's got different designs, different pictures on the front. Aren't these pretty? Just love those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I don't know exactly who this is from, so I don't want to say, but I just want to say thank you. But it was from one of my table mates. I am bad today. Then I think it was Delnora that gave me this. I am so bad, but maybe it wasn't. Anyway, I apologize too, because I was just like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. But this was a little notions bag that we got. Isn't that cute? And you just, yeah, this was Delnora. I do remember, because I remember a conversation we had. But anyway, thank you, Delnora, for this. That was so, so sweet. And she also gave us this bag. And in it was a Welcome Stitchery, scissor fob. Isn't that cute? And it says 2025. What a neat idea. Just love it. So, and then she put her Instagram name up here and put from your retreat friend. I thought that was very, very sweet. Okay, then I got this packet here, and it has, oh goodness, and I don't know who it's from, I don't think. It has Freedom. I've got red, white, and blue floss. And this time of year, everybody needs some red, white, and blue DMC. I got a cute little pair of yellow scissors that I can take on the airplane, a needle threader, and the word, America, with some little pins and buttons, and a fat quarter of beautiful Americana fabric. And I apologize because I don't know who this is from. Oh, here we go. So I wish it had a name in it, but it did not. But thank you so much. This is very generous. I love it, love it, love it. And I can't wait to figure out something to do with all my goodies. So that was nice. Then I also got from people that were walking around. I got God Bless Texas. This is from Suzy Moore. Isn't that cute? A needle minder. Then I got some floss drops from Tammy Totten. Isn't she cute? With her little Chatty Cathy doll. And from Kathy Walker from Two Needles Pulling Thread. So cute. I never would have thought that was Kathy. I would have thought it was Missy. But go figure. Kathy had red hair too. All right. Then, oh yeah. And then I got this beautiful bag, little notions bag. And I don't know who this is from either, because yes, I was flitting around. And isn't this beautiful? I love it. And it's such a great idea to put all your little goodies in so they don't fly everywhere in your bag. And then I do know who got this, because fifth daughter, Jennifer, gave me this. And this is a bow maker. And you just wrap your ribbon, you tuck your bow here, your ribbon here, and you wrap it around here, and then put it down through here, and then tie a knot, and then pull it off and tie it again, and you have the perfect bow. And you can do all different sizes, from this small to this large. Isn't that just amazing? What a great idea and a great gift. And I stink at tying bows, so that just works out really well. All right, so those were some of the table gifts. So that was very nice. Now, I'm going to show a video about some of the vendors that were there. So I will link those below. And I don't want to say anything because I'm so afraid that I will forget somebody. And I will show you what I bought from them. Okay, they had lots of goodies to choose from, and the first one was Gotchu Designs, and it's Catherine from Floss Paper Scissors. You know, Catherine and Julie. They're Flosstubers, and they're there. And this is her information, and I will also link it below. I bought this scissor fob, and it says Stitcher. Isn't that cute? I thought that was just really cute. And she put this in my bag, and it's a 3-inch measuring thing, which I could use. It's called the corner card. And they put their logo and stuff on the back, and it's got a nice little envelope to take it into, so you can keep it fresh and, you know, okay. All right, then I went to Michelle's Quilt Shop. I think her name was Michelle. I'll link it below. And she had this beautiful, and I know you saw it on the video, pattern, and it's called Turkey Trot. And it's from Pieces from My Heart. And I got that. I thought, oh, that's just perfect. That would look great in my dining room. So I got that. We'll see how long it takes me to make it, though. Then I went to Dee's table, and I will link her below. And I bought this Project Keeper. I'd forgotten I'd bought this until I got home and got it out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Isn't this gorgeous? And that's Teresa Kogut fabric. And luckily it was thin because my suitcase was packed. And it's got spots here for a project. You can unzip this and put your notions or another project. And the same thing over here. And I just love the fabric. And it just folds right up. So I didn't have anything spring. So I thought, well, I'd get something spring. All right. Then I went to I went to Teresa Kogut. And I bought No Place Like Home from Teresa Kogut. This is one of her newer patterns. And I saw it done, and I said, oh, got to get it. And I was afraid I would forget it, so I went ahead and got it. And it says, amid pleasures and palace, though we may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it, love it. All right. Then when I went to Welcome Stitchery, the shop, I bought Patriotic Alphabet from Scarlet House. Isn't that cute? It says, my home, sweet home. And I wasn't homesick. Don't worry about that. And then she had an exclusive Welcome Stitchery pattern for Blue Earth in 2022. When I saw it on her video, I thought, oh, I'd love to have that. And it says, welcome, may all who enter as guests leave as friends. And I just had to get it. So I think that's just beautiful. So I got that. And then, let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, and I forgot about this, bought this from Teresa, some stickers. So, for my sticker book. Then she put out tins and tubs of like fabric. The last day, some was mystery fabric, and it was just cuts of this and that. And then there were some things that were bagged up. And I got some 32 count platinum. I got a 1/4 yard. And that's about what it looks like, because I'm always looking for that. And then I got some 30 count Murano ivory, and it was a good buy. And you know, 30 count's hard to find, so I thought, well, I'll get that. And this is a 1/2 yard. It was an excellent buy. So that's what I got. And yeah. So Welcome Stitchery is having a mystery shop hop with Shanty Stitchers and the Stitchery Nook. And if you go to all 3 of the shops between June 1st and August 31st, they have a passport, and you get a exclusive mystery design, and you get 1/3 of the pattern everywhere you go. And here's the information for that, and I will link that below. So if you're in that area, you really, really need to go. Okay, you can screenshot that. Okay, then we will talk now about the retreat and the patterns and everything. So Teresa was the first one, and she spoke to us, and she gave us this Welcome Stitchery bag. Is this not so cute? And it's this way on both sides, and it's woven. It's real thick fabric. I'm not sure exactly. And we got floss, DMC and Classic Colorworks, and a Little Weeks Dye Works. One pattern was called, the main pattern was called Creator's Praise. And it says, from all that dwells below the skies, let the Creator's praise arise. Let the Redeemer's name be sung through every land by every tongue. And this is it. Isn't that gorgeous? And it uses DMC, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks Dye Works, which we have. Then we also got Creator's Garden Drum. Some people started that. I think that's beautiful. We got enough fabric to either do the large pattern or 2 smaller patterns. And the other pattern we got, which is the one I started, was called Creator's Welcome. Isn't that just so cute? And the reason I got this, or started this one, was because we also got the wooden piece that it goes on. And it's done by Chantelle 141. And this welcome, when you buy it in the store, if you didn't go to the retreat, it will be blank. But this is Teresa's handwriting, and it was burned into the piece. Isn't that beautiful? And there's the fence that goes in the front. Chantelle showed us how to put it together. She and Teresa collaborated on this. So that's great. Then we got a piece of, oh goodness, 40 count Bria by Needle and Flax. And I'm just going to show you this much. Isn't it pretty? Just really, really pretty. Along with our floss. So I will be showing this my next video because I did start on it. So that's good. We got a cute little card from Teresa with all her information on here, which I will link below. And then we got some beautiful cards. My heart is fed with needle and thread. Aren't those pretty? They're almost too pretty to use. But somebody may be getting something with this on it at some point in time. But that was just amazing. So when Chantelle was up, and Teresa, you know, was talking about the pattern and everything, and she was very, very nice, and everyone kept her very busy buying things, and she had a lot of beautiful things to purchase. Okay, then when Chantelle got up there, she told us how her company got started, and then she showed us how to put together the finishing piece for Teresa's pattern, and then she also gave us these tags. And those of you that got her last ornament box probably have a tag that looks just like this. So this will be nice to use as a finish too. And she instructed us about some finishing techniques with staining and paint and glue, and very, very, very interesting. So it was very, very good. Really, really enjoyed it. So I'm going to insert some more photos and pictures here. And yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And then I will come back with the birthday gifts I got and the birthday gifts I forgot in the last 2 videos. I'm so, so sorry. And it's not that I forgot them. They were just out of sight and out of mind. So stay tuned for the videos. And well, we'll show you the videos after the birthday gifts. Let's just do the birthday gifts now. Never mind. Okay, first I want to apologize to my sweet husband, Ralph, because I've been meaning to show you this little card, and I set it, in the living room where everybody could enjoy it, and I'd keep forgetting to show it. This is my birthday card from him. Isn't that cute? And it's dressed up in a little party get-up, and it can also be dressed up in Oh dear. Okay, here's some pictures. I can give it like the Hawaiian look, I've been pampering myself. And see, there's the party look. Or we can get the rustic look, or the I'm a cool cat. So isn't that just cute? So, so anyway, he has such a good sense of humor, and he's very sweet to get me this. So just really, really cute. And he says, I know it's not a Scotty, but he said that's the closest I could get. And it's a thought that counts. And it does look a lot like Striker. He just needs a longer beard and shorter legs. Okay, so I do apologize for forgetting that. Then another person I need to apologize to is my best friend, Dolores. Oh my goodness. Well, she gave me 3 things, and 2 of them are put up in a very safe place that I've been looking for. And I thought when I was at the camper, I thought, well, I've left them at home. So, or at least I think I did. And here, I think they're at the camper. But I do have a picture of one of them, and it's a beautiful, beautiful angel wind chime, and I'm going to insert that here. So Dolores, when I find them out of the safe place that they're in, I will be glad to show them. Oh, and I also forgot to show the cute little card that came with my husband. Oh, and your birthday card's with it too, Dolores. And, oh, and this is the cute little card that Ralph got me. Isn't that cute? Just so cute. All right, then the next thing I got was, I got this from my friend Jennifer, 5th daughter. And this is made with a 3D printer. I am just amazed that things like this can be made. I mean, it's solid, and it's got 2 little puppy dogs and 2 puppy prints there. And it's a floss drop box, and you slide the top off, and there's some little slots to put the little Scotty dogs in. And those are the floss drops. Is that not too cute? And I'm going to take it out. I've got one that's a Striker. And I've got one that's a Winston. And I even have a needle minder that looks like Striker too. But it's downstairs on my needlework. But this is so cute, and I just love it. And I can't wait to use it. I was going to use it at the retreat, and I'd already started the project and cut my floss into 18-inch lengths. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I'm going to wind some DMC around here. I may do the Downton Abbey thing here, the stitch along, or I could do my Fruits of the Spirit. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And what you do is when you're working on it, see, you put your little floss drops here, and that way you can reach them, and you don't have to keep reaching down in this little bucket or box. And then when I travel, I was very careful when I brought this home. I carried it all the way home. You just put the lid on, you slide it on, and then there you go. Isn't that neat? And it's a 3D printer. Holy cow. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That is the most thoughtful gift. I'm telling you. She and her husband, Richard, made it. And, oh, goodness. I'm impressed. All right. Then, the next thing I got in the mail when I got home was from my good friend, Cheryl. And she knows I have been looking for this chart for the longest time. We both, when we were at Shepherd's Bush, we went to Stitchery Express and everywhere looking for Vlad's Wash Day. And look what I got from Raise the Roof. Oh, there we go. All the wash of Vlad the vampire is hanging out. And this has been discontinued. And I am just thrilled that she found it. And so she and I are going to do stitch along together. And if anybody has this pattern and they want to join us, I will be announcing in an upcoming video of when we're going to start. So go ahead and kit it up and get your stuff together. And we'll just have to talk about the hashtag between Cheryl and I and see what we can come up with. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm telling you. And thank you, Dolores. I love my little angel and all my other goodies. Okay, now I would like to shout out Flosstubers. I don't have all their names because, of course, I lost the paper somewhere between here and home. And anyway, I did see Floss Paper Scissors there, Julie and Catherine. I saw Missy and Kathy from Two Needles Pulling Thread. Be sure and watch those videos if you don't. I saw Teresa Garden Goose, and if you hadn't watched her video, you need to watch hers. And of course, you know, Teresa Kogut has a video, a Flosstube, and her videos are just amazing with all the artwork and everything. And speaking of artwork, she gave away one of her paintings that she had done, and the lady that won it, she was almost in tears, and I was just so happy that she won. We bought raffle tickets for that, and it was just great. And they had prizes that they gave out when we played bingo, and Justine's bingo is like no other bingo that you'll ever play, and it's fun. We also had a scavenger hunt, and I thought I was going to win, but no. There were people that had a lot more works in progress than I did, or whips. Or they had something, or needles or something. Because we had to count our needles and our scissors and our whips and all kinds of things. And yeah. But anyway, it was fun seeing what people had. But the biggest losers got something, and the biggest winners got something. They got project bags and just different things like that. So that was fun. And Chantelle 141 has a Flosstube also. And she and Teresa both have Patreon accounts that you can pay a monthly fee, and they have extras that they give you and exclusives. Then also, Justine and Shelley have a video. You need to watch that. And on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock, remember they have a live that they do. So you need to watch that. And there's some other ladies, but those are the ones that I have watched. And I will link the other ladies below because I couldn't remember all their names. That is if I can find the paper. I think I know where it is, but I looked and so we'll see. But anyway, you know, traveling is yeah. But the last thing I want to share is something that happened to us in the hotel. And the hotel was great. And we met this enterprising young lady, and she has Down syndrome, but she doesn't let it define her. She's a farmer, an artist, and she was our breakfast hostess at the Fairmont Hampton Inn in Minnesota, because we stayed in Fairmont, Minnesota. She's an inspirational speaker, she's an entrepreneur, and she's on a mission to spread love and show every person has great value and a bigger purpose. She's amazing. And her name that she goes by is sunshinesuzy.com. And she came around and she handed us this little card with her little dog on it. And on the inside, and my candy came loose. It has little candies. They're sixlets. But it says, thank you for staying at the Fairmont Hampton Inn. Have a positively great day. From your breakfast hostess, Suzanne. Isn't that sweet? Now, you need to go on this website and you need to see all that she's accomplished. Not only has she been in the local newspaper, she's been in a business magazine, she's been on TV, she's had some race car guy, help her out too. Her family helps her. Her sister is like her managing, I guess her manager. But it's just amazing. I was impressed, very impressed. I went and checked it out first, and it will be a blessing that everyone can do something to make this world a better place. So be sure and go check out Suzy, and I will link that below. And on that thought, I hope you stitch all the things, because remember, if you don't start them, you can't finish them. And hopefully there will be a video this weekend, and you'll get to see what I've stitched. I'm going to have a shop tour of Welcome Stitchery at the end and more retreat fun. So be sure and stay tuned. And I'll see you soon. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.